Alright, hello everyone. Today we are going to be playing this game called Another Eden. Um, I actually have a save file on my, phone, but, uh, you can't have the same account on two different devices, and, this isn't a recreational video. This isn't for recreational purposes, so I figure, why not? Start a new game. So that's what we're doing. Oh god. Don't worry, don't worry, it's less loud past the title. I'm sorry, I'm gonna kind of spam the text. I'm gonna try my best to be quiet during the stuff that I can't make go any faster, but the stuff that I can make go faster, I'm going to make go faster. Uh, Sorry if you weren't able to understand the gist of what was going on. I could, but I know I'm a little fast at reading. For the next episode, there's an option over here called auto, where it just goes at reading speed. So tell me in the comments if you want me to just do that next episode. Alright, cool. So I move with WASD. Okay, nice. I'm just trying to figure out the controls because I'm used to the phone controls, which is just you drag your finger around. I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out eventually. but so far I find the touchscreen controls much nicer and tighter. Because, like, I am capable with the touchscreen controls. I can, like, just barely dodge monsters and stuff. I can, like, dodge monsters that are, like, really close to me. Right, okay. I know this. This is what the main story icon looks like. So, if you're confused as to what we're doing, and you see that, that's how you know whether we're doing the main story or not. You can see up there on the mini-map. So spoiler alert, but I completely forgot that Ash tier, spoiler alert, so I'll give you a sec if you don't want to hear the spoiler. Alright, as I was saying, I forgot Ash tier was in this part of the story because much later in the main story, she joins our team as an ally. Oh yeah, and you can pick up shiny things off the ground. Basically, I had forgotten about where we were supposed to know her from, and thought that they were just friends and stuff. Alright, finally, we get to battle! I'm gonna skip over the instructions because I know how to do it, but don't worry, it starts pretty simple. The battle system, I mean. Alright, nice, first battle. Yep. Alright. I'm just gonna tell you all the stuff that they're trying to tell you. So basically, status, you can check out buffs and debuffs and all that. Normal speed, double speed. I like to have it set to double speed. This is the run away button. Right now we can't run away. This is attack normally. This is repeat the same attack as last turn. And this is repeat the same attack that from last battle. So like for example, if I used spinning slash to end this battle, then I would start the next battle with spinning slash prepared. And not prepared, it's just, you know. Alright. So, you know, normal base attack. This one costs 15 magic points, and so does this one, but I'm not going to use this yet because I don't need to heal HP. So you see, and the plum goblins, they can heal people, which is deeply annoying. And now I'm going to use the normal sword swing because I'm halfway out of HP. Alright, new feature unlocked. Alright, today's special item. Alright, to celebrate the 8th anniversary right now, there's, basically, simply put, Chronos Stones are the gem equivalent for this, world, for this game. Alright, this is the latest update, but I already know all this stuff, so I'm gonna go back to the game. And what they were saying was we've now unlocked the ability bowl. It's what it sounds like. It's a skill tree. And this is unlocking them from top to bottom. We have 1 AP, so I'm going to use 1 AP. I forget what 1 AP stands for. Okay, nice. So I can just drag the mouse. Alright. And since there's open space, it auto-applies it. And let's see. Alright, we don't have any equipment yet. So yeah, board, new chest. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but at the end of that fight, we got Demon Spawn skin. Basically, certain monsters are guaranteed to drop specific things depending on the monster. And you'll get something from most monsters every battle. Yeah, that's called a horror. Or it was saying red is high threat level, orange is medium threat level, blue is low threat level. Basically, the idea is they are strong. They are strong in comparison to the level that they expect you to be at by the time you reach this area. So that one over there is level 25, I believe.
We have to keep going.
Oh yeah, and the characters have some voices. Because sometimes one of them will say something at the beginning and or end of battle. Alright, quick travel unlocked. But you can only quick travel to the big black buttons. You see, Nuraru Uplands, we can't go there. Now we can walk there, it's not a far walk. But we can't do that. The Amundis, I believe. Okay, yeah, dude. However, you do realize there's someone over here. And I believe that I know that person in universe. That person is May. is, I believe, either is a blacksmith or is that guy's apprentice. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So I'm pretty sure she is a blacksmith. Anyways. Alright, nice. Honestly, later in the story, we will honestly... Later in the story, we'll have gotten to the point that many games get to at some point, where you're just so overpowered, where whatever mana equivalent is present in game just really, excuse me, is just thoroughly unimportant just because you're like fully leveled up. Most characters when fully leveled up have so much MP that it's really not an issue, except for like one person who I like to use, where kind of his thing is like he's really strong. He has like above average amounts of MP, but also his attacks use a lot of MP. His name is Yakumo. He's a 5-star character. He has this really cool move called Deletion. And yeah, it's as cool as it sounds. And he's really strong. It's really strong, but here's the thing. Most characters, when fully leveled, will have like a base of like 3,000, 4,000 HP. He has like 2,000 HP, but he has 2,000 MP, and most characters only have like 350 to 600, maybe 700 if you have a lot of MP boosting. If you have a high quality character with a lot of MP boosters and stuff. In Edge. He just randomly mentioned an Edge. And I didn't see what the blacksmith said that Fennon was responding to, but all I saw was an Edge. Oh, that kid's nice. Oh, right, Varro. I remember. I remember who that is. You'll see. By the way, don't worry, people don't join and leave of our party, the party nearly this much. Just ironically, due to story stuff, minor spoiler, due to story stuff, Fennon will not actually join us for a while. Behold, Varro. Varro is a cat. This game loves cats. He went into the magic portal. Well, I don't know where else he would be, so yeah. Sorry, I'm just being sarcastic as hell. Like, heck. Excuse my English. And now we are going to be introduced to the gacha mechanics. This is where this is the one of the more important uses of this one gonna be one of the more important uses for chronostones. See, using blah 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 blah. And he's gonna give us a free encounter. Alright, I can't remember. I don't remember who I chose. This is the first time. I don't know. Miyu. So you see that grayed out thing? That's called a 4.5 star. Just meaning she has the stats of a 4-star, but she can be upgraded.
You say I remind you.
She can be upgraded to a what's it upgraded to a 5-star. Sorry, brain fart. Dude, where are the this is the non-paid encounter. Alright. So, yeah. You're guaranteed, if you use a 10-pack, then you're guaranteed a 4-star just at the end. Oh, that's... not my favorite 5-star, but that's good, and I am surprised and happy that we got a 5-star, because that's gonna... Like, I'm only going to put so much resources into him, into, like, upgrading him, just because he's, you know, not my favorite. But for a while, just having a 5-star is just going to be better than anything. And the blue stars, that's not what all 5-stars look like. That's what's called another style. And another style's... another style of a character. And another styles are only 5 stars. Anyways. And we get an introduction every time we meet a new character. This is going to happen for most of them, because we don't know most of them yet. So, you know. Also, by the way, there are some characters that, there are some characters that are 3.5 stars that can be turned into 5 stars because you can upgrade them to because you can upgrade them from yeah, another style. That's what I was talking about earlier. Because you can upgrade them to a 4-star, and then you can upgrade them to a 5-star. Alright, let's see what's going on. So you see, it seems that when he said, your pain will end, the answer varies. That was a rim shot, in case you couldn't tell. Oh, bro just unexisted. I have no other way to describe it. He just unexisted. He is just he is no longer. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah. Well, I'm definitely publishing this video as not for kids. Anyways, ignore my random comments and my sudden change of voice. I'm being random. Don't mind me. Bunch of stones. We get these for, first of all, now having more than 10 allies, and second of all, you get 10 for each new ally you encounter. Alright, I'm gonna sort by class. You see, 5-star. And then 4-star. 3.5-star. Alright, so, we're going to, like, again, like, eventually we are going to have much better characters than this. But for now, for now, just having a full party. I'm saying, like, trust me when I say this. For now, having a full party, just having a full party is a good thing. And honestly, we're not gonna need a strategy for a while either. We can just brute force it for a while. I didn't need a strategy until, like, almost chapter 100. Oh, this fight's probably gonna be scripted. Oh, yeah, I forgot, this is the scripted fight. Oh, we don't have all those people we just, made friends with. Yeah, this is definitely a scripted fight. Behold my attack! Just... that's literally what it was called. Except for the food sound effect. I added that, but... my stomach. That is the growling. Oh, he has Ogre Rancorum already? Forgot about that. Sorry, spoilers, but, this is... Yep, Ogre Rancorum. Basically, he is a sword made out of angry ogres. It's what it sounds like. Yeah, he is not as noble as he sounds. At one point, he tries to take... Ogre Rancorum is what gives us the power to do this thing called Another Force, which is basically, you know, stop time and do a combo attack. At one point, he turns on us, possesses Aldo, and, lose the ability to use another force for a while. Until we defeat Possessed Aldo and blah 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 blah. Anyways, point is, Ogre Rancorum is not nice. Do not be fooled. He is just kept under control for now. That's not how another force works. Alright, first chapter cleared. Nice. Yeah, so there's some training. The final thing we do with him is we fight him himself. And then, he's what we call a super boss. Basically, an optional boss that's really hard because he's a boss, an optional boss that is very hard to beat because he's not because you don't need to defeat him. By the way, that is not realistic. Level 40 characters do not have maximum HP and MP. Also, I know from fighting him, he does not have only 9,000 HP. No. He has, like, millions of HP. Alright. So, he gave us 3 XP badges. Basically, I'm just gonna equip these because, you know, I don't have any other badges to give to my characters, and it makes them... Basically, they're valuable because it makes them gain XP faster. Eventually, we'll be able to get more badges, a large amount of XP, and more badges by grinding an XP dungeon, but that's a long way away. Sorry, got a text from someone. Okay, I was gonna go try to get some weapons, but nope, they want me to go deal with this first before they introduce me to the idea of equipment. which makes sense, but is unfortunate because it would be more convenient. Anyways, sorry. Sorry for the pause. Got another text. Anyways, ooh, we have a level 2 goblin this time. Oh my god, see, max HP plus 1,000. That's gonna end up being useful. So rage is what it sounds like. You make them angry. They can only attack him. So kind of his whole thing is he's very defense oriented. His kind of his thing is just being really tanky. And saying, I cannot kill you, but you cannot kill me neither. If you follow what I'm saying. Alright. Alright, since I don't want to waste MP, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the thing with this, since we have a full party, one of which that consists entirely of 4 and 5 stars, with the exception of Aldo, who is still a level higher than everyone else.
Let's keep it up.
Well, no longer a level higher than everyone else, but still, probably because he doesn't have an XP badge. But for point is just we're for now we're at a point where we really don't need. Excuse me. For now, we're at a point where we don't really need to do any schmancy attacks. We can really just defeat all the normal enemy. For now, we are strong enough in comparison to everyone else that all the normal enemies can be defeated with just normal attacks. Oh, this guy's level 4. Oh, but it didn't matter because we're level 4. So we won anyways. Alright, major trial, yep. They're just warning you so you can, like, heal or reconfigure your team or whatever. Alright. We're gonna fight this boy. If you can. Ooh, I love this music. I love this song. I don't remember what it is. Yes. You should be able to hear it. I'm gonna turn it up. Hold on. Can you hear the song? I think you can. I'm gonna turn it up. And you should be able to hear it nice and loud and clear. Alright, actually, I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. There we go. Alright, that should be good. Alright, okay, so he's weak, so that's gonna do extra damage. Sorry, I'm just gonna turn it down just a little bit. Alright, so, sorry, just looking at my audio bar to see how much how much louder I am the things so that yeah. Alright. As you can see, many of them use generic moves. Eventually, we're gonna go past, using generic moves. But for now, everyone's just using generic moves. You know what? I'm gonna use this because stun, 2 small attacks is stronger than... Oh, he's just weak to slash attacks. Okay. Yeah, so that's gonna do more right now. Alright, he's weak either way, so we're gonna do type resistance because... Okay, actually... Yeah, type resistance because then Aldo... Because then Aldo can use that, so I'm gonna use... So by the way, he didn't lose HP, it's just his health bar got bigger. Bertrand, I mean. Alright, because now... the fire attacks are gonna be stronger. So that's the kind of stuff they were trying to teach you how to do early. That that Gramps was telling you how to do earlier in the tutorial. Okay, I legitimately don't remember if we're gonna fight him or... Yeah. It's possible that it'll just end up being like a scripted fight or something. Dude, there are woods in front of you and behind you. You can run into the woods. Sure, or you can create an interdimensional portal across space, or you can poke a hole in the space-time continuum. Sure, that too. That works. That works just fine and dandy. I'm being sarcastic. I know what happens. I just... Oh. Gotta be quiet.
A person I haven't even met. A song I haven't even heard. A wind I haven't even felt. An encounter with another me who I do not know. Seeing my unseen dream. Once again. On to an adventure beyond time and space. To go and save our lost future. Before the darkness of time falls upon us all. Another Eden, the cat beyond time and space.
By the way, don't worry. The cat part is very irrelevant to the story. It just... Cats just... They are part of the story, but, you know... Alright, before we continue, I just want to tell you a thing, but massive spoiler warning. So I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to skip this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so Aldo is a cat. We later figure out near it in like the 23rd chapter or something, we figure out that he is a cat. He is not Fennen's sister. He is a cat that belonged to Fennen and her real family. Spoiler warning over. You can hear a bit of that title screen music. This is just like the main theme. Except ironically, most of the time, the main theme isn't actually being played. This is a new ally. Ouch. Alright, put simply, a hole got poked in the space-time continuum and teleported Aldo 800 years into the future. Eventually, we're just going to be able to do it. Eventually, we're just going to be able to move back and forth between different times on command. We get to go to the underworld, too. Yeah. Not a huge spoiler, because this isn't very far ahead in the story, but Amy's gonna become our next ally. Either that or, Rika. Rika's a robot. I just don't remember if we meet her before Amy joins us. Alright, so normally we only get 20 Chrono Stones a day, but we're getting 100 a day as a special thing because hooray, the story's out. The new part of the story's out. So this is simply put, these are crossovers. So, for those of you who know Persona, there are 2 Persona. There's trying to remember if I can't remember if Complex Dream is what this is called. Is if that's what the game is called. Come on. Alright. Yep. Alright. And it's usually around the same time as big events happening. So this symphony, tell me in the comments what it is. I can't remember the exact name of the game, but this symphony happened the same time, around the same time. It's supposed to be promotional. That symphony happened around the same time as the Switch release of that game. Oh, and right now by the way, right now we're only getting 50 Chrono Stones per chapter completed. I always forget that. Oh, hey, but we'll get 100 per chapter eventually. I didn't notice. We can use drag controls. I just have to hold and drag the mouse. That's nice. I like that because I can just drag it, and because I believe I have already made my opinion on I believe I have already made my opinion on which I believe is superior, on which form of movement I believe to be superior, quite clear. Okay. So it's a little clunky because look, oh, okay, there we go. Your mouse just can't be at the bottom of the screen, and it can sometimes be a bit harder to fix your cursor than it is to just fix your finger. Alright, before we keep going, we're gonna spend all this AP we've been getting, because, like, these are teeny upgrades. We're gonna get bigger upgrades eventually, but for right now, we need all these upgrades, and yeah, these are going to be important. Actually, I don't need to do that. I can just, since right now, for this board, none of my characters have enough AP to get past this board, and this specific board follows a linear path, so I don't need to worry about what ones I want. Here, it gets a bit more complicated. See, you could go this way or that way. What I like to do is go for the skills and then let it fill it, and then once I've unlocked all the skills, I just let it fill out. I just let it automatically fill out all the other stuff.
We won! Let's celebrate!
This is Rika. It's hammer time. Entitles me to restrain you with maximum force. That is just an awesome thing to say.
The best defense is a good defense.
That was probably Bertrand. So, by the way, for all of you people who have played gacha games before, like, you know, I don't know, Genshin Impact, I can't think of many mobile gacha games and stuff. You will be shocked to hear this, but the characters that you get for free from playing the story suck. At first, there's no important difference, just because there's no important difference, but, you know, they just, like, the free characters don't even get remotely good. In terms of main story, from the perspective of, like, the main story, the main characters don't even get, like, remotely good until, like, I don't know, like, probably, like, 70-something chapters in? Maybe more? But like I said, and even then, that's just, like, being able to compare to the most basic of 5 stars. I'm not the most basic of 5 stars, but, you know. Alright. Well, the good news is knowing that I can use mouse controls. That means I don't have to bother switching between the keyboard and the mouse. Alright, please tell me that's the end of the cutscene. Because I really don't want it to, like, cut, them talking to Aang and stuff. Alright, I am going to leave it here for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I did. It makes me happy being able to share one of my favorite mobile games with you guys. Tell me if you enjoyed it. Tell me if you want to see more. Tell me what you want to see next. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.